CSKA fans locked out, the door shut. Likewise, Bayern Munich fans not allowed to travel either. They protested to UEFA, saying that they were the innocent bystanders in the decision to close the doors, but UEFA have opted for a complete lockdown.
Well, there are lots of innocent people unable to be here on what should have been a showpiece, shouldn't it, for Russian football. One of European super giants comes to town. I looked at the mascots during the anthems. You know, not really fair on them, not fair on the players, and not fair on a large section of CSKA Moscow fans. But UEFA had to be seen to take action. And it's going to be interesting to see how his team cope in the very, very quiet atmosphere.
Guardiola accepting responsibility in an emotional dressing room speech. Says his team and tactics were wrong and it left them too open. They'll be fueled by that failure this season.
It sent shockwaves, didn't it, all around the footballing world, that Bayern Munich could lose at home 4-0.
Bernat's cross. Mario Götze firing high and wide.
Our first big opportunity of the game. Really good opportunity by his standards. He's a very gifted technical player. Who would have thought, as this ball is played back from Bernat, he'll be able to just guide that on the target, but he just leans back a little bit. Look, you can see from that, goes high and wide. Great chance.
Tosic the man down here for CSKA Moscow.
He's clutching that left wrist. Very difficult to see how that occurred. Certainly won't want to lose him. Well, he just slips there, doesn't he? And then I think Bernat accidentally stands on his wrist, loses his foot in there, goes down, and Bernat just purely accidentally plants his foot on his hand. Painful one, but he should be fine.
Made a handful of appearances in the end for Manchester United. There was great fanfare when he signed. Sir Alex Ferguson was a big fan. It didn't work out for him.
Well, he's not the first and he won't be the last. Players like that to go, get their opportunity at a huge club, and just not be able to take advantage of it.
David Alaba. Akinfeev unable to keep the ball in. Decision finally made that it will be a corner.
Would have been an interesting one. It's almost hit the assistant referee before it went out of play and stayed in play. I wonder what the ruling would have been there.
Play back to Arjen Robben. It's opened up here for Arjen Robben, and Akinfeev down smartly.
Well, we say every time we see Arjen Robben, whether it's in the orange shirt of Holland or whether it's in the Bayern Munich shirt, we say, do not let him cut inside. I know that's easy to say, but you've got to try and force him onto his right foot.
There's Arjen Robben. Driving at Shenikov again. He's shown the inside, but doesn't come off for him. But warning signs there for CSKA Moscow.
I'm just waiting for Arjen Robben, because there's going to be one pivotal time where he does go on the outside. And that's why he's such a world-class player.
There's Götze. Mario Götze, was he caught by Fernandes? He was. Penalty for Bayern Munich.
I think that's a very, very easy decision. Defender slides in, doesn't play the ball. And Willie Collum, not a man afraid of making decisions, didn't hesitate. You can hear there Guardiola saying Lewandowski, he wants Lewandowski to take the penalty, but there's the challenge, doesn't get the ball. Referee's position is absolutely perfect. Unobstructed view, easy decision.
It's Thomas Müller who's going to take it, and Thomas Müller who scores. Smashed home.
That's interesting, isn't it? Because we clearly heard Pep Guardiola saying Lewandowski, he wanted the big striker to take it. It doesn't truly matter because Bayern have their lead, a deserved lead, nobody can argue. And Thomas Müller as another goal on the big stage, but this is naive there. When you go to ground like that in the penalty area, you simply have to get the ball. And the only other question is, could that have been outside the area when the challenge is made? That was the big decision. Clearly he was fouled. Clearly Muller stayed cool and calm. Put his team ahead. It'll be a long way back from here.
Nacho goes short. Swung in by Mario Fernandez and wasted really by CSKA, but they look to try and keep it alive here. This is Musa. Wesley Berezutski wanted it back. Wasn't a bad effort on the turn, high and wide though in the end from Eremenko.
It's decent effort, isn't it? You wondered really when they played the corner short and rolled it back. Didn't really seem to come off, but it breaks for Eremenko. And you can see there what a very good effort that is. It's not a million miles away. Unlucky. Well, this is the decision, isn't it? Contact on the edge, isn't it? It's a very, very tight call, but there's the tackle. Is he just inside? And there is contact. It's irrelevant now. The referee made his decision. Thomas Muller stuck it in the back of the net.
It's Thomas Muller buying the dominant force here. Thomas Muller offside. One counts for Robert Lewandowski.
A ruthless finish, lovely neat one-touch football. Very, very hard to defend when it's that quick, that fast and incisive. Lots of 1-2s there. Close one, isn't it? Just strays a few inches offside. We're out to Pep Guardiola. What did he win? 11 major trophies at Barcelona, 4 already. 15 major trophies. 43-year-old.
That's Thomas Muller, beaten away by Akinfeev.
Beautiful strike, wasn't it? Lots of power, straight at the goalkeeper. He couldn't deal with it really, in terms of catching hold of it. These modern balls, they do move an awful lot in the air. Going to see here, there's dip and swerve on that. Unorthodox, but effective from Akinfeev, because Thomas Muller really catches hold of this strike, makes the goalkeeper deal with it.
There's Lewandowski charging forward. Scored a couple of goals already in his Bayern career, Robert Lewandowski. And now Musa away from Benatia. Big chance for CSKA Moscow. Big save from Manuel Neuer. It's Musa. Now it's Tosic on his left foot. And he normally is a lot better than that.
Oh, we spoke about the chances that they created and missed this time. Well, last year when they played Bayern Munich. But that fella there, he's the key for me. Spoke about him playing on the shoulder of the last defender and making runs in behind. Well, they find him this time and he's up against probably the world's best. There's no doubt. Neuer does well. He stands big. But that there from Tosic was the chance. Brilliant play from Musa, wasn't it? And then can he slot the ball? He goes for power. Neuer standing big, deals with the power.
Nicely done by Milanov. Here's Shenikov. Is this an opportunity for CSKA Moscow? Philipp Lahm dragging him back just outside the penalty area. The yellow card on the way for the Bayern captain.
Fine lines again, isn't it? Saw the fine lines with the Bayern Munich penalty. Seeing fine lines here. Good burst, wasn't it? Good build-up play down that left-hand side from CSKA Moscow. Managed to get the left back in behind Philipp Lahm. And in the end had to commit the foul. He's always struggling, isn't he, to get back at Shenikov. It's his arm on his shoulder there, just outside the penalty area. Again, brilliant refereeing from Willie Collum. He's in an absolutely perfect position to see that infringement.
Can they make the most of this? Nacho eyeing up the opportunity. Sent in by Nacho, away by Thomas Muller. This is Eremenko. Eremenko with the swinging drive, which clips the crossbar.
Well, how close can you go without scoring? That is a brilliant effort. He uses the overlap as a decoy, cuts inside and curls an absolute beauty. That's twice now he's gone very close. The overlapping run sends Goethe the wrong way, gives him the space to take the strike. Wonderful effort. Took it inches, aren't you? Manuel Neuer.
Shenikov. There's the Bulgarian Milanov. CSKA looking to cause trouble again.
They've slowly grown into this game, haven't they? Their confidence has risen as they've gone on. Certainly, one or two times they've shown that they can trouble Bayern Munich as an attacking force. Giving them encouragement.
Goethe running into trouble a couple of times there. That's Nacho. CSKA didn't make the most of that. But Bayern will try and make the most of this. Mario Goethe. Eremenko had a nibble at him. Now it's Arjen Robben. Robben forced wide. There's Robert Lewandowski. Wonderful control. Goethe. Lewandowski will try to get to it. Akinfeev does. And CSKA are off the hook.
Well, golden chance to put the game to bed. For Bayern Munich, it really was. I was absolutely shocked that Arjen Robben elected to pass that. He's right in front of goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I'm really surprised.
There's Mario Fernandes. Spun away from Musa. Mario playing that ball to Lewandowski. And Lewandowski looking to release Arjen Robben. Akinfeev comes a long way and makes the right choice.
Good starting position, good goalkeeping. Allows him to make the clearance there. But this one here, I think he's going to shoot. And then he has that touch that takes him wide, lays it off to Lewandowski. Some good defending in there. They're blocking, and they do get away with it in the end, but it was Robben for me that had the glorious chance here. Goethe can't bring the ball under his spell, get the ball in front of him to get the strike clean away before the defender gets the block. It's a golden chance.
Eremenko's been yellow carded, but that was a wonderful feat there from Lewandowski. And as he launched a goal, Berezutski was in the way. It's Bayern who lead at the break at the Arena Khimki, thanks to a penalty from Thomas Müller after Goethe had been pulled down by Mario Fernandes. Mario Goethe had been brought down by Mario Fernandes. But we've seen plenty from CSKA Moscow going forward in the latter half of the first half, but they could cause Bayern a problem or two in the second 45, Dom.
Oh, absolutely. And Eremenko and Musa have got two quality players at the top end of the pitch. Musa's pace has really shone out, and that is something that CSKA must try and exploit. And Eremenko has had two very, very good efforts. One with the right foot just over, one with the left foot clipping the bar, and they're going ever closer.
They're still well and truly in this. Bayern will do what Bayern do and pass the ball around and be patient and move CSKA around and try and look for gaps. There's Thomas Müller.
One thing to be said for CSKA Moscow is they usually score. They've only failed to score in 2 of the last 27 games since going back all the way to last December. So it's shown that they carry a goal threat. It took about half an hour for us to see that goal threat, but it came eventually.
Bayern looking to carry a goal threat here. Ignashevich, he's lost out in the end, and it's the side netting.
He'll be a relieved man. He was very slow to react. Ignashevich, all of his experience, just took a touch where maybe he should have put his foot through the ball. Ends up losing it. Bernat can't quite hit the target. In fact, centre-half gets back to get the blocking.
Yeah, better touch from Vasily Berezutski. Amongst those in the middle. Rose just on the edge of that 6-yard area.
Well, those are the old school situations, aren't they? A near post corner that's flicked on.
Islam. Robert. Goetze. It's Robin, it's patient for Bayern Munich and just too much on that for Lewandowski.
See the idea, lovely idea. Action over hit.
There's a chance though, it's Musa again. Didn't take the ball initially in front of him. Chance is still there. Let's drop back to Musa via David Alaba. And it will be a corner for CSKA Moscow, who are knocking on the door again.
Well, he gets himself in such wonderful positions that it just seems to me as though he just lacks a little bit of composure. His decision making at the crucial moment. This Alaba presents this back to him. There's a little bit of a heavy touch which allows the defender to get across and make the block, but a couple of really good situations there for Ahmed Musa.
He scored 4 goals in his last 5 games and he could have had a couple more already here this evening. Defended by Philip Lahm. Alaba. That's Thomas Müller.
A little spell for the home team.
It's a good spell. They have to take advantage of those moments. Lewandowski is on his way here. It is Robert Lewandowski who was matched stride for stride by the left-back Shenikov.
It's brilliant defending from Shenikov. Got himself across, round on the cover. Saved a certain goal for his team.
This is Lahm.
And a good game, isn't it, really? I mean, not the one-sided game that we all probably expected. CSKA have grown and grown into it, but this is the really good defending. It's the left back that gets round to help the central defenders out and get wonderful blocking. That's really good defending from Shenikov.
There's Alonso. It's Robin, moved on nicely to Thomas Müller. Behind Robin and swept away by Nacho. Thomas Müller again. Good shape on that cross. Almost dropped to Bernat. It has dropped to David Alaba, who finds the empty stands.
There's a couple of good pieces of defending. Saying that not for the first time here this evening. CSKA Moscow defenders. First is this ball whipped in by Thomas Müller. It's Bertutski, is it? Does well to take it away from Lewandowski. And then there's another challenge that comes in. Stops Goetze, and Alaba can't keep the strike down.
There's talk in Germany that Pep Guardiola's Bayern have already won the Bundesliga title. They're 2 points clear of Borussia Mönchengladbach, but their usual running mate Borussia Dortmund are mid-table, 7 points behind, and they've been hit by a whole host of injuries again, Dortmund, and loss of form. $1 million smile of Jurgen Klopp is turning into a grimace right now.
It would take something spectacular, wouldn't it, really, to stop Bayern Munich winning the Bundesliga. They were so dominant, broke so many records last season, didn't they? It was only in April where an incredible league unbeaten run came to an end. 50-odd games, wasn't it, covering last season and the season before.
That's Goetze.
He hasn't had his shooting boots on tonight, has he, Mario Goetze? Scorer of the winning goal in the World Cup final, but he's been off target here this evening. Not really under any great pressure there, but that is well wide.
They've been so comfortable in these kind of positions, Bayern Munich. Not really been a high press from CSKA Moscow. They've waited to engage them deep into their own territory. Now the break might be on. Eremenko. There's Tosic. Tosic getting the shot away, but under pressure. And no real concern for Manuel Neuer.
Poor decision for me. 35, 40 yards out against the best goalkeeper in the world. It's going to take something unbelievable from there. There were players either side of him in support. And it is about making correct decisions in those situations.
They're such well-run clubs in Germany, but the fear is that it may be becoming a one-club league, with Bayern's power and their ability to weaken others by taking their best players. Won the title in record time, 7 games to spare last season, beating the previous record from the previous season when it was 6. So that's the concern. Not a concern though to Bayern. Benatia, nicely done, misses Thomas Müller.
You can see what he was trying to do. You have to give the goalkeeper Kinfeyev credit. He was out very, very quickly. The goalkeeper races out, makes it difficult for Thomas Müller. Can't find Shaqiri. He was to his right-hand side there. He's trying to flick it to the Swiss. Intercepted by the defender. Has deteriorated into almost a training-like game, doesn't it? In a training-like atmosphere, stadium empty. Kind of atmosphere that you may get at some under-21 games or reserve games or behind closed doors practice games.
Lahm with that ball, clipped towards Shaqiri. Lovely ball from Lahm.
They just can't put this game to bed, can they? The German team, wonderful vision and execution of the pass. Great touch from Shaqiri, but once again, Akinfeyev taking a leaf out of Manuel Neuer's book. He's out very, very quickly, stands tall and big, makes a block with his legs. Good goalkeeping.
Yeah, a couple of big saves, and he's needed that the last few months. He's had the mistake at the World Cup, and what happened to him in Rome for Maicon's shot, which went through him. In what, as we mentioned, has been a strange atmosphere, strange night here. They haven't let it affect them. They've got on with the job. They're about to walk out of here with 3 big points. There's Lahm. Bayern Munich get the job done at the Arima Himki thanks to a Thomas Müller penalty in the first half. Behind closed doors tonight, but the doors are very much open to qualification. It is 6 points out of 6. It could have been more for Bayern. CSKA Moscow gave them a worry or two, but in the end, Bayern dominant, and they've won here by 1-0. Which means this to the table. They go to the top, 6 points out of 6, ahead of Roma and Manchester City, who face off in an hour or so's time. Bayern Munich have done the job in Moscow. They've beaten CSKA by 1-0.